Hey guys, Travis here on day 5 of Gamescom 2013, joined by Krepo of Evil Geniuses. Krepo, I know you weren't able to make it through that last game, in that last match. What happened?
We lost, Travis.
Okay. Why did you lose?
Why did we lose? Because we weren't good enough, and Gambit was better.
Do you think it came down to like picks, or do you think it was just in-game?
Nah. If you saw, game 1 was a stomp, and we pretty much had the same champions on the field. Game 2 they got, because we threw it. Like, we had a window in which Carter's was not strong enough yet, in which we had really good gank patterns going on for the jungle. We had a lot of pink wards, like we were messing with Voidal, he wasn't in his game. And then it's just individual fuck-ups. I'm not, am I supposed to say that? I think I can.
You can, we'll censor it.
You'll beep it anyways. So yeah, individual misplays pretty much. I mean, I didn't have the greatest series of my life. I'll only look at myself. I think some other teammates like had some stuff going wrong. They also did really good stuff. Gambit evolved into more of a global playstyle, a lot of split push. Game 2 we didn't really answer that, game 3 we did, and it was close. Yeah, just mistakes, and they made less mistakes than we did.
After that game, I was standing out there because I was going to interview Alex, and there was a huge crowd of people, and when Gambit walked by they cheered for them, but they stood around and waited for you guys. You guys were willing to actually go out there and see them. So I just want to say, you know, that was a really cool thing. And what was it like having all these fans that are supporting you, even after sort of a rough match?
Yeah, it's awesome. Like, literally the day we stepped into Gamescom, like I had a memory from last year where I walked around and somebody like, hey, yeah, that's Krepo, because we see Frogget and Wicked, and by exterior, by extent, that's Krepo and Yellow Pete. Now I can't move anywhere. Like, literally everywhere we get stopped, hello, greetings, like pictures. I think about 4 or 5 hours every day so far, we've been taking pictures standing outside. Like, and if they stand at that door for so long, like, what is it to you to take a bloody picture with them? It just took us like a while after the game. I think like half of us were crying backstage, and it's just like I walked to the door 3 times. I was like, yeah, go to fans. Nope, not yet. And then just tried it, and then eventually went out and just stood there with like a half smile, but they appreciate it nonetheless.
There's crowds lining up around us right now, just our fans lining up around us right now. I'm curious, do you think that part of the reason why you're getting recognized now instead of before is that you've had such massive success with the Get Fat with Krepo series?
Yes and no. I know you're trying to fish for a joke here, but it's part of branding, and it's part of like putting yourself out in the community and not being afraid to make fun of you. Because I started that. I started Get Fat with Krepo because if I didn't start it, somebody else would start it, and then they would get the credit for a good joke, you know? So I might as well do it myself. If you can't laugh at yourself, you're not allowed to laugh at other people. So because I laugh at myself, therefore I'm now allowed to laugh with you, Travis. Which I do.
You do?
Yes. Sometimes.
When? Like my double lift interviews, you find those really funny?
Yes, no, actually, I never was. I read the comments on Reddit. Apparently you do a really good job with double lift.
Thank you, I appreciate that. So what do you guys have going on for the rest of the day now? Because obviously it's kind of like, you guys are beat up, but I know that you're out here, you're willing to do an interview with me, which is very generous of you.
I promised, so.
Well, I appreciate that. What do you guys do now? Are you going to keep interacting with fans, or?
I'm just gonna like do fan stuff for an hour or like an hour and a half, then eat something, then try again until I run out of like energy, or until I've got everybody in this hall, which is pretty darn likely the way it's been going. I think I've got pretty much half of the crowd already. Other than that, like, yeah, suck it up. Go home later, maybe go out with the team, have some dinner, and then get some rest, and then see what's next for us in a few weeks.
Well, I'd love to actually talk about that, because obviously you guys are going to be going to Worlds. What are you planning on doing during the meantime? Do you have any ideas? I mean, obviously I'm sure you plan to go to Worlds, but what do you guys look at now?
We get a break, at least. Like, the competitive circuit drops dead, I think, for the next couple of months at least. I want to visit Worlds. I'm not sure, like, I have to look at how much it'll cost me and what I can gain from it. Not only from like a personal perspective, I might just like go there and see what I can do. Maybe I can get under the analyst desk again.
Yeah. So that's what I was going to ask, is like, if Riot was like, hey, Krepo, we'd love to bring you as an analyst, would you be willing to do that?
Of course I would be. But you have to like remember, like, Riot is a really really awesome company, really player focused. But if they say like, hey, this one guy, let's fly him over, they can't do that. They literally can't, because there's 45 other guys that are equally deserving to be flown over. I know Riot, once we get there, they will accommodate us, but like the trip will be on our end or on a company. Or
I don't know if all those other guys are as good of an analyst as you are.
Yeah, maybe, but they haven't tried yet, you know.
We'll see. Anything else that you guys are planning in the future that you can talk about?
Not really. Like visit Worlds, take a break. We were maybe going to PAX, but I think that's not going to happen because it's like such a short notice.
Right.
And other than that, like we'll probably be streaming a lot. Like we do some content for our fans. We'll see what we can do. Like if the months are empty, we'll practice, but we'll try and do as much stuff as we can for the community and try and interact with as many people to maintain that fan base that we have. Because if you looked into the crowd like all these days, it was amazing. It was.
Well, I was gonna say, during the EG Fnatic game yesterday, Fnatic would kill like 4 of you guys, and the audience would just be dead. And then like the 5th one of you guys would kill one Fnatic person, and everyone would go crazy. Just going forward, like, do you have anything that you want to say to your fans and that kind of thing after today's matches?
Yeah, 2 things. Thank you so much for cheering for us. It's really awesome to see. Like we didn't have the best season, you know. We had like a lot of underdog moments, and then getting back into it. Our fans kept supporting us, and then you get here and you have this backup from this crowd is amazing. Other than that though, now 3 other teams are going to Worlds, and we have so many European fans. We want them to support all those 3 teams, like Fnatic, Lemon Dogs, and Gambit, because they're part of Europe. We might as well have Europe kick ass, because then at least we have an excuse for losing.
You know what? I have to ask one more question because I've been asking all the EU guys, because some of the EU guys have been trash talking North America. What do you think about North America right now in comparison to EU?
I mean, you can say as much as you will in an interview. It's all like hypotheticals until you play them.
Okay.
I like what Cloud9 did, for sure, in part of that play. Like, aside from all the hype, the one thing I liked about them is their like decision making when they dove, you know? It's not like a wave in, let's assess the situation. Okay, this guy is stepping a little out, you know, let's third wave we get him. No, it's like wave there, bam, dive, done. Doesn't matter, we die, they die. Like it's straight off the bat, full team synergy, and it reminds us of how we used to play our team fights with CLGU Season 2, back when not everybody was as experienced. You know, you just recognize a mistake and you punish it as 5 people. It's really nice.
Do you have any shout-outs, plugs, anything you want to say at the end of the interview?
I want to thank EG for supporting us. We met up with the Monster guys earlier as well this week, so thanks for those for coming out. All our sponsors. I want to thank my girlfriend. And that's about it. Thank you, Travis, as well. And camera guy. Nobody thanks camera guy.
Okay.
What's his name?
Werner.
Werner. Thank you, Werner.
Dude, Krepo, you're the nicest guy, because like my camera guys always get upset because like all the threads.
You get all his attention.
Yeah. This is what happens. We're going to do this really quickly in this interview. We're going to explain. I go to this thing. I hold the microphone for a while, which is like, yeah, he holds the giant camera.
We can't turn it around. Sadly, we can't. But
his arms are already starting to shake, you know. And then he has to go edit it while I just go hang out with people here. And then afterwards, I go out and party.
And nobody ever goes, hey, it's Werner.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you don't even see his face. I don't even know what he looks like, exactly. But I appreciate his efforts.
He's a very handsome man. In fact, if there are any single women looking for a video producer, he's there for them. Either way, this is Travis at the end of, or towards the end of Day 5 of Gamescom 2013 with Krepo. Thank you so much, Krepo. For everyone, you can check out the rest of our coverage at gamespot.com/esports.